very good afternoon to you. It's the 1 p.m. news from Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. Here is the news read by Funmilayo Adetitun. First, the news headlines. Federal government approves 5 billion naira palliative for each state and the Federal Capital Territory. Central Bank of Nigeria denies issuing new policy actions on Forex. ECOWAS activates standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger. In the world of sports, Athletics Integrity Unit clears Toby Amuson over missing doping tests. Now, the news in detail. The federal government has approved 5 billion naira for each state and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) to enable them to procure food items for distribution to the poor in their respective states. Governor Babangana Zulum of Borno State disclosed this at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, shortly after the National Economic Council (NEC) meeting. Thursday's development comes in the wake of the hike in the cost of food items and petroleum, owing to the removal of subsidy on the commodity. In addition to the fund, Governor Zulum said the federal government also released 5 trucks of rice, each to the 36 state governors.
The federal government has approved the sum of 5 billion naira to be given to each state for the procurement of 100,000 bags of rice, 100,000 bags of rice, 40,000 bags of maize, and fertilizers. This funding has to be shared with a formula as follows. 52% of this money is given to states as grants, while 48% of the 5 billion naira is to be paid back on an installment basis within a period of 2 years, 20 months to the CBN by the states and the local government areas in Nigeria.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has announced the names of members of all its 24 standing committees for the 10th Assembly. The House, presided over by the Speaker, Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, made the announcement yesterday during the plenary session. The Speaker said with the composition of the House standing committees, the 10th Oyo State House of Assembly is poised to function in full force. The committee list and leaders included Finance, Appropriation and State Economic Planning Committees with Honorable Sukomi Babalola and Honorable Gbenga Oyikola as its chairman and vice chairman. The Security and Strategy Committee has Honorable Olalere and Honorable Jimo as chairman and vice chairman. Honorable Akintunde Olajide is the chairman of the Housing Standing Committee on Local Government, Chieftaincy Matters and State Honors, and his vice is Honorable Bamidele Adiola. Land, Housing and Survey have Honorable Bamidele Adiola and Honorable Wolabi as chairman and vice chairman and others. The federal government of Nigeria, in collaboration with the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, has announced a renewed commitment to tackle malnutrition and also make nutritious food accessible to Nigerians. The Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Dr. Ngozi Onwodiwe, and the Country Director for GAIN, Dr. Michael Ojo, disclosed this yesterday in Abuja, a 2-day training focused on strengthening the capacity of media professionals for effective nutrition reporting, organized by GAIN in partnership with Health Watch. Staff reporter Femi Ojo has details in this report.
In a bid to change the nutrition narrative in the country with different indices and data rating Nigeria as the second country worst hit by malnutrition after India, the federal government of Nigeria, in collaboration with one of the topmost nutrition organizations in the country, Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, has announced renewed commitment to reduce the data and set new agenda for the benefits of all the citizens and the country at large. This commitment was announced yesterday at the beginning of a 2-day workshop organized by GAIN in partnership with Nigeria Health Watch in Abuja. The Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Dr. Ngozi Onwodiwe, who expressed her displeasure at the situation on ground as regards nutrition, stressed the need for stakeholders to contribute towards addressing the challenges of malnutrition and promote the health and well-being of the people. Represented by Mr. Sunday Baba, the Director, Public Communication and National Orientation, she expressed the ministry's readiness to work with key players like GAIN to change the narrative in the interest of all Nigerians.
I will make bold to speak because we are all working together to bring succor to starving and malnourished Nigerians all over. That is what we are trying to do. It's a partnership that will work well if we have persons. See, I think what we need to do principally is to make people understand what we are trying to achieve. What are we trying to achieve? Availability of food for everybody and availability of nutrition food to those who really need to eat well.
The country's director for GAIN, Mr. Michael Ojowa, stressing the dangers the malnutrition crisis we have at hand poses for the future of the country, said they now have in the country a national food system pathway which the country needs to work on to transform the food system.
We have over 200 million people who are struggling to feed, not to talk of nourish them, feed as in just enough food to keep going, not to talk of actually giving them what they need to be healthy in terms of their nutrition and the food consumption. So, and that translates into a lot of difficulties and problems for many of our populations. A third of our children are stunted, so they're too short for their age, and it has an implication for their ability to compete mentally and physically as they grow older. And for us, it's like storing up a time bomb of lack of productivity as we go forward.
While speaking about the modalities behind the workshop, he said there is a need for all journalists to have a strong knowledge about nutrition in order to understand the issues impacting the food system so as to hold government and other key players accountable for their actions and inactions. In her lecture titled Introduction to Food System, Senior Advisor on Food Security and Nutrition at GAIN, Dr. Adeyinka Onabolu identified climate change, urbanization, population growth, and other mundane practices as factors affecting the country's food system.
Those people use containers to do fishing. Don't they do all those? It is just a matter of adjusting what we are doing to suit what is feasible under the circumstances. Like I understand that in Oyo State, true, in recent times, people went to farm, they planted things, and they are drying up because there has been no rain. Yeah. It is still because we want to do things the way we have done them and expect to be great.
In the same vein, an independent nutritionist, Mr. Collins Akano, in his own lecture titled Role of Media in Nutrition Advocacy, employed media practitioners to back up their nutrition and food-related stories with data evidences in order to propel the change needed and also foster that positive action. For Splash FM News, I am Femi Ojo.
Thank you, Femi Ojo, for that report. Moving on, the Central Bank of Nigeria has denied rumor making the rounds over new policy actions in the foreign exchange market. The CBN made this known in its official X, formerly Twitter handle. According to the Apex Bank, the purported press release dated 20th February 2017 should be disregarded. CBN said the attached images currently circulating on social media are from an old press release dated 20th February 2017 and should be disregarded. The CBN floated the Naira in the foreign exchange market in June. It's the 1 p.m. news on Splash 105.5 FM. Still ahead, ECOWAS activates standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger. In the world of sport, Athletics Integrity Unit clears Amusan over missing doping tests. We'll take a short break now. When we return, we'll bring you more stories. Do well to stay with us.
Now the that you have finished SS3 exams. What's next? Enroll for A-level program at OBMS Cambridge Advanced Level College, Total Garden, Ibadan for Cambridge A-level or JUPEP A-level program. It is your best option for admission into 200 level in Nigerian universities or admission to overseas universities. OBMS A-level college is known for excellent teaching, outstanding results, affordable fees, moral and spiritual development of students, and conducive boarding facilities. At OBMS A-level college, we also offer SATs, TOEFL, IELTS, GCE, UTME, and post-UTME coaching. For more information, visit our new complex along Total Garden NTA Road, Ibadan. Website www.obmsng.com. Contact us on 0803-386-1091 and 0803-303-9588. OBMS A-level college. Excellence through integrity.
Ọ̀rẹ́, ojú ti rí tó pẹ̀lú wàhálà owó bí apèrèsọ́kọ̀ ṣe ń pariwo.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni, wọlé pẹ̀lú chíńjẹ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn ìyálọ́jà náà máa pariwo.
Ẹ dákun, owó yín ti ya yín ilé gbà.
Àwọn ará ilé ìtajà ńlá náà máa sọ fún ẹ.
Ọ̀gá, kò sí chíńjì, ẹ fi mú súwìtì.
Nígbà tó bá tún wá rí iṣu tàbí ẹja yíyan tó ti ń pòǹgbẹ rẹ̀ tipẹ́.
Mi mú àpamọ́wọ́ mi dání ṣá.
Kò yẹ kí ilé ayé le tó bá wọn. Òun ló jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ṣe lo Momo láti fi sanwó fún gbogbo nǹkan. Pé *671# lórí fóònù rẹ tàbí kí o gba áàpù tuntun Momo sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ. Kí ìwọ náà lè gbé ìgbé ayé tó dùn pẹ̀lú wa. Momo, ó dára ju owó lọ.
Oh boy, Ibadan is getting bigger day by day economically. I will be bringing my friends from Lagos, Abuja, New York, Dubai, London, and other parts of the world to benefit from the real estate potential of the state so that we can work, live, and enjoy ourselves. But Chris, do you have any sure link?
Never worry, Jaye. Rayfield Garden City Estate is up to the task. Rayfield Garden City Estate offers for sale executive homes to tailor your fancy, such as 3-bedroom semi and detached bungalows, 3-bedroom terraces and detached duplexes, 4-bedroom semi and detached duplexes, 5-bedroom smart luxurious duplexes. Rayfield Garden City Estate provides a top-notch facility that makes living a pleasure, while adequate security with modern technology is guaranteed. Rayfield Garden City, Christopher Adebayo Alawa Kala GRA, is located at Wofun Akobo Extension by Iwo Road, Ibadan. For further details, visit www.fentinihomes.com or call 0902-941-3968 or 0807-345-4767. Developers and investors are also welcome as partners for business development and expansion. For homes luxury that is unrivaled, think Rayfield Garden City Estate.
It's time again. Àkókò ti tó láti rìnrìn àjò lọ sí ilẹ̀ mímọ́ Jerusalem pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ You Fit Fly àti Gospel Vibes Limited. You Fit Fly presents 2023 Holy Pilgrimage to the Holy Land of Jerusalem. Lọ́tẹ̀ yìí, Màmá Ajínrere Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí láwùjọ máa rìnrìn àjò yìí pọ̀. Òjò ìbùkún yóò rọ̀ bí gbajúgbajà olórin ẹ̀mí ni yóò ṣe máa fi orin ẹ̀mí fa agbára Ọlọ́run sọ̀kalẹ̀. Àkókò rèé fún ọ láti jẹ́rìí sí agbára Ọlọ́run. You will be blessed with abundant testimonies with the ministration of Evangelist Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí láti ọjọ́ kẹsàn-án títí di ọjọ́ kẹrìndínlógún oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2023 láò fi wà ní ilẹ̀ mímọ́ Jerusalem 9 to 16th October 2023. You can trust You Fit Fly with your dream journey to Jerusalem. We are located at Block 8, Plot 15, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan, 0901-111-1190. Or visit our website at www.youfitfly.com. Jerusalem Pilgrimage 2023, organized by You Fit Fly. Wá kí wọ́n náà jẹ́rìí sagbára Ọlọ́run.
I welcome you back from that break. Thank you for staying with us. Turning to the foreign scene now, West African military chiefs met in Ghana on Thursday to discuss a possible armed intervention to reverse a coup in Niger, as Germany called for EU sanctions against the rebel leaders. Alarmed by a series of military takeovers in the region, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has agreed to activate a standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger. ECOWAS is demanding Niger's coup leaders release President Mohamed Bazoum after his July 26 ouster, warning that the bloc could send in troops if negotiations fail. ECOWAS troops have intervened in other emergencies since 1990, including in wars in Liberia and Sierra Leone. An ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Abdul Fattah Musa, said the Accra meeting would fine-tune details in case the bloc were to resort to the ultimate means of force. The two-day meeting will conclude today, 18th of August, when the defense chiefs are expected to announce any next steps. The Accra meeting of top army commanders on Thursday and Friday came after fresh violence in Niger, with jihadis killing at least 17 soldiers in an ambush. Maui's emergency management chief has quit a day after defending his agency's failure to activate its alarm system in last week's fatal wildfire. Aman Andaya, who had no prior experience in emergency management, cited health reasons for resigning. In the days since, residents of the Hawaii Highland have said a stronger emergency response could have saved more lives. At least 111 people have been declared dead, while more than 1,000 people remain missing. Maui's sophisticated system, which includes 80 sirens around the island, is tested on the first of every month. Its 60-second tone, a normal part of life in Laihana. However, on the day of the fire, they remained silent. Finally, to the world of sports, Nigeria's biggest athletics icon of the moment, Tobi Amusan, will now be able to compete at the 2023 Athletics Championship, which begins the weekend in Budapest, Hungary. This is because the 100 meters hurdles world record holder has had a suspension lifted by the Athletics Integrity Unit, AIU. In a statement, the AIU said a panel of the disciplinary tribunal, by majority decision, has found that Tobi Amusan has not committed an anti-doping rule violation of 3 whereabout failures with a 12-month period. The 26-year-old can now defend a world title after a disciplinary tribunal hearing found her not to have broken anti-doping rules over missed tests. She had been accused of missing 3 doping tests. The double Commonwealth Games gold medalist had consistently denied taking performance-enhancing substances. Amusan set the women's 100-meter hurdles world record at the World Championships in Eugene, Oregon in July 2022 after crossing the line in 12 minutes, 12 seconds. Just before we go, a recap of the major news headlines. Federal government has approved 5 billion naira palliative for each state and the Federal Capital Territory. Central Bank of Nigeria has denied issuing new policy actions on Forex. ECOWAS has agreed to activate standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger. Athletics Integrity Unit has cleared Tobi Amusan over missing doping tests. For more details on the news, do well to visit our website via www.splashfm1055.com. Now you can download Splash FM mobile app on iOS and Google Play Store to listen live, get news updates, opinion poll, and you can also report an event live to us through the iReport feature. To download, simply go to any of the stores mentioned and search for Splash FM 105.5, then click to download. We have now come to the end of the news on Splash 105.5 FM, the integrity station and the best radio station in the southwest of the country. The news editor is Tunde Olawo, assisted by Chinwe Churchill. I am Funmilayo Adetitun. Good afternoon, and thank you for listening.
Quick, Charger 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station. We educate, that's why we are respected. We inform, that's why we are loved. More music, we are the best. The Integrity Station. Splash, splash,
105.5.
Bàbá, ẹ dákun a fẹ́ wọnú ẹgbẹ́ àgbà. Àìsàn abáàdì tí ń ṣọ̀rẹ́ mi. Ó ti lo gbogbo oògùn kó ní ọlọ́rìí fẹsẹ̀ létọ̀ọ́. lóòótọ́ làwọn àìsàn afínní nàkànàkàn bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé tí wọ́n bá rọ́ọ̀lù yàn pẹ́rẹ́ fúnra oníkọ́ ní ọ̀fẹ́ máa fẹnu ara rẹ̀ pé kú. aṣíwájú elégbòogi herbal therapy lọ́nà àbáyọ bírú ẹ̀ bá ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ wulẹ̀ po kámbáàdì mu nítorí àìsàn tí òjú tásíwájú elégbòogi ó tán pẹ́pẹ́ dànù. àwọn irinṣẹ́ àgbàlódé ló sẹ̀ ti kalẹ̀ yìí tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ fi ṣàyẹ̀wò kí wọ́n lè mọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lágọ̀ọ́ ara gan lábẹ́ ìdarí akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ medical consultant tó dúró tán. gbàgàdà lọ́fíìsì wá sí dàálẹ̀ látàgò 9 àárọ̀ sí 6 àrọ̀lẹ́ lọ́jọ́ monday sí friday aago 9 àárọ̀ sí 3 ọ̀sán ni lọ́jọ́ sátidé 49 sango ui road beside fat oil filling station opposite sango police station ìbàdàn 0802-223-3370 0802-223-3370. ẹ dúró gbé gbogbo àìsàn tí ń jẹ kòbókò lọ́wọ́ aṣíwájú elégbòogi